For this exercise, we will write a function, a user-defined function to compute the sum of the square of the first n integers. Our function will find the values of 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus up to n square, or sigma k square between the limits. The maximum limit is n and 1. So let's first use Excel to make our calculation so that we'll now compare our results with that of the Excel manual calculation. So now let's say we have n here. We have square of numbers. We have square of numbers. We have sum of square. We have sum of square. Now let's say I have 1, 2, let's say 2, 5. This 6, 5. So the square of 1, so just equal to, put an equal sign, equal to a2 square, or you say a2 times a2. So if you select it at this point, bring it down, it will give you the square of all these values. Now the sum of squares, you just see this is equal to, for the first, the sum of square is 1. The second one, it will just be equal to the sum of the first one plus the square of the second one. Enter. This is the value you get. If you now scroll down, these are the values for squares. So this plus this will give you this. This plus this will give you this. This plus this will give you this. And this gives you the sum of all this. Now let's sum them up. Let's see. Already this plus this is 5. You know that. Now the sum of this plus this. Actually, the sum of this is 5. The sum of this, and this will give you this. The sum of this, and this will give you this. The sum of all this will give you this. The sum of all this will give you this. So this is it. So let's center everything. We'll select them and center it. Now we'll say this one is user defined function. This is user defined function. Now let's create a user defined function that will calculate the sum of square. So the name of the function, I will just click the developer tab for us to get, if there is no developer tab in your Excel window, you go to this at this ribbon, you right click the customize ribbon, you check this, if it's unchecked, that is why it's not showing on your system. You check it. Like now, if I uncheck this and click OK, it will go off. Now if I right click again, go to the customize ribbon, look at it here, check it, click OK, it shows up. That is it. I can also do that using the file. Go file, click the file, go to options, go to customize ribbon, look at it here, you check the developer, you click OK. You are on the developer. So now I will now click, if I click on the developer tab, I go to Visual Basic button, I click it. Now I would like to create this function inside this module.
Please send me the color.
So I'll create this sum, the user define sum of a square function here. So what I'll do is just to say function, or call it sum of square, brackets open, n is the n is the argument, so we just say enter. Now what I'm going to use here is for next structure. That is what I'm going to use to sort to do this. So first I will just say sum of square is equal to 0 for a start. So I will assume is equal to 0. Now I will now say for I equal to 1 to n. Now therefore you can write it, say 1i equal to 1 to n. If I didn't put anything here, which is a step, as in the step value, it will assume a default step value of 1. So I'm not putting anything there, so I will just, it will assume the step value of 1. So now I will now say the sum of square will now be equal to, let me just copy this, copy it, let's say will be equal to this, we copy to the sum of square plus the I raised to power 2. Now when you check, I've not defined the I, so I will just say dim I as integer, then come here and say next. So this is a formula, this is a function that will do the same thing I did there. So now let's try, let me check if there's any error. Okay, there's no. Let's go back there. I'll just say equal to sine, that is sum of square. This is sum of square, which is this. Sum of square, the n is here, which is a2, bracket close, enter. So this is 1. If you scroll it down to just calculate, and it's the same thing. Now let me center them. So this is what you can use the for next structure to do, to kind of create a user defined function. So we have just created a user defined function, which is a sum of a square. So when you compare the value we got calculating it manually and our user defined function, you see there is no difference, it's just the same thing. So thank you for watching till the end. Have a nice day. Please subscribe to my channel. hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to receive any new videos I make. Thank you. Help me to subscribe. Help me to share the video.